Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. It's been all systems going this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And scout folks believe that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, it's been a lost first month of the season, that's for sure, as they come in with an 0-4 record.
And the window's not shut on them, though. They still have a chance to make something out of this season, but it has to start right now.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right to the air goes Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
It's a game of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. You look at this Eagle defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
First down, Denver.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. The rushing totals for Dobbins last week: 17 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish a run game.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
And the Broncos first down.
They'll go play action with Nix. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. His short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And this is going to be another first down as they make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Eagles are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing is Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
A 54-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A huge play there on the screen pass. 63 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Dobbins is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. This will be caught with him. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
That went into the hands of Flowers. His first catch, good for 9 in the first down.
9 yards. That's good for the Eagles. First down. Great. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Barkley inside handoff. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When you look at this Bronco defense, they've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Hurts. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17.
Hurts going to give this to Shipley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 18-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Going for a right side here, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. On play action, here's Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. This is 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
Off the play fake, Nix. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line.
Gain of 25 yards. First down, Denver.
Now it's Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
And the Broncos first down.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. They showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Here's Nix. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Bo Nix with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Runs good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Will Shipley on the return.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
They've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. 2nd down and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Hey, let's go. Trim it.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
63. No touchdown.
Now back to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
No touchdown.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll drop to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Great. Set.
It's Barkley on the counter. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Trim it. No touchdown.
They'll set up a throw. That is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a bit closer. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. To throw is Nix. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Throwing Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 22. To throw, here's Nix. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. Well, he had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Being chased out left. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Marvin Mims from 8 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down.
63. No touch that. Out
out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're going on fourth down with Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Here's Hurts to throw. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Second down and 6 now from the 26.
Good, set. 180, 180.
Running left, it's Barkley. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Hurts. Touchdown! Dallas Goddard from 4 yards out. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one's back to an 8-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Nix to the air. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brings up second and 8.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Nix. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. The first month of the season has come and gone. It's the first weekend of October, our first week with byes on the schedule. Lots to unpack, so let's get into it. Our trip around the league starts now. It begins up in Baltimore. The Ravens at home to take on the Houston Texans. This is a playoff rematch from a couple years ago. And it's the NFL's all-pro quarterback 2 years running, Lamar Jackson. From there, let's head out to North London, the Vikings in Europe for the second straight week, this time taking on the Browns. And it's David Montgomery. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. 58 yards for the score. One more for you. Let's go to SoFi Stadium. It's the Rams taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And for those wondering if CMC can still do it, you be the judge. He's going to get the carry here, and look at him go. The Niners move to 3-2 as they get back above 500 with the victory. With that, a look at the rest of what went on in Week 5 with Atlanta, Chicago, Green Bay, and Pittsburgh all on the bye. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Throwing is Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Nolan Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2nd and long. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. He'll field this at the 5. Well, very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
Loose inside the 30. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. 123 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that? Hitting the defense hard early, and of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
No touch that. And let's go, let's go, let's go. No touch.
A run on first down with Shipley. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. With Nick Bonito not letting him escape there, he was in instant pursuit off the snap and dropped him behind the line. Hurts sets up to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing third and goal.
It's now third down and goal.
Very set. What up? No touch.
Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. Fourth and goal from the 3. From the gun, it's Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. A beautiful fake. He's got a full head of steam. And down to the 27-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. And even 70 yards on the pickup. He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run. Shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
He'll take it inside the 25. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Eagles' 24-yard line.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Touchdown, Broncos! Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. What's good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact,
They don't want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And an Eagles.
Back to throw now on first down. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Up the middle with Barkley. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
180, 180.
Looking to throw on second down. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. Elliott good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Final minute now of the third quarter. Off the play fake. Mix. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
At the 31-yard line.
Here's Nix. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 135 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Don't touch that. Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go. Trimmer, trimmer, trimmer. Don't touch.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Broncos' 44-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
63, 63.
They're going to look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. On a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
They'll get this to Flowers, left side. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down.
That's good for another Eagles. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
A handoff to Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Straight ahead, Shipley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
73, 73. Don't touch that.
They'll set up a throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
1-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Hurts will throw. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw, here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Nix from the shotgun. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
A partner in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. To throw is Nix. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Eagles 35.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 7. A minute 45 to play. Now their 4-game winning streak in great danger. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Pass complete. Goddard. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's back to throw. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
On 3rd down, Berkeley. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Trimmer.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Another Eagles. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Back to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Hey, easy, 63, back.
Hurts. And it's caught. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Great.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered. But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it as a big-time win to take down the defending Super Bowl champs.
So for Denver, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses.